Hey guys, I want to show y'all where a splash pad just absolutely wrecked my lawn. It's pulled up all kinds of grass. There's deep divots. You can see those deep ruts from where the splash pad was. The kids had a great time. Me, not so much after I cleaned it up. But let's show you how we're going to tackle this. So, the first thing that we're going to do is get out here while the soil's still kind of moist. You can see I'm going to put some cardboard on it, and then I'm going to get the leveling rake, and I'm going to work on taking that and then pressing it down so we can at least get the soil back to flat so that we can work on leveling it. It's still super squishy, so it's going to take a few days of this drying out. Hopefully we get some dry days here, and that way it will get a chance to dry. The next step is going back and forth over it with the leveling rake. This is going to go ahead and remove and pull up all that thatch and dead grass pieces. So that way what's remaining in the divots and everything like that won't have dead grass on top of it and turn yellow. So that way the grass can go ahead and start recovering as soon as possible. You can see I'm still working on trying to squish out a few spots. There's still some spots that aren't really level, so it's going to take some time to get this back to flat. So this is it. After about 4 or 5 days, you can see it's looking substantially better. We still have the deep ruts, still got a lot of parts and pieces, got some leaves and stuff in it. So now I'm going to show you what the next step is. I went ahead and took some soil 3 and mixed it up with the native soil. The soil 3 mix has the sand and compost in it, and the native soil's got a little bit of like what's already in the ground. So you can see that I've taken this and mixed this up into the pot. So now I'm going to take that and spread this over the area, and then we're going to use the leveling rake to level it out. Some of these divots are pretty deep, so I'm just going to have to go ahead and fill them in and hope that the Bermuda will quickly go through it. I want to show you here right now. We got the leveling rake. This is where this makes a huge difference. So if you watch, you can see where the soil and sand and everything is just going down into the Bermuda grass, and raking it back and forth is helping the grass pop back up so that it's within the blades of the grass instead of on top of it, if that makes sense. You can see I've got a lot of like chunks in here of like the dried compost and everything, and just 1 or 2 rocks. We're going to go ahead and get those little pieces out because some of those pieces aren't going to immediately break up. So I don't want to hit those with the mower or anything. Got a few twigs, that kind of thing, for mixing it with that native soil. Now I'm going to come back with straight soil 3 mixture. You can see how it's got a lot more sand in it. Like I said, it's a combination of sand and compost. So we're going to go ahead and go over this top layer. You can see some of the places where it's not as deep, but it's still left like ruts and divots in the grass. We're going to go ahead and get all this out here and get it spread, and then use the rake to get that down into the grass. I want you to pay attention to where the rake's going over the grass and how the sand and soil 3 is just going down into it. You can see as I go back and forth that is slowly disappearing down in between the grass blades. This is definitely going to help with recovery. Having the leveling rake to do this kind of stuff is a must. It's going to make a huge difference in the speed of the recovery. Had a few low spots that I noticed when using the rake, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little more sand and then go ahead and get that leveled, and then we'll work on getting that watered in. So I've got everything leveled now. I'm going to come back and throw a little bit of water on it, get a little bit of moisture in it so we can get the recovery going as soon as possible. I'll probably come back, give it a light coat of some PGF Complete, spread it out over there so we can get the growth going. We've just now gotten to where we're having days in the 80s, and the nights are dropping down to about 70 degrees. So the Bermuda is taking off. I cut the last day and noticed that the grass has gotten substantially thicker, starting to have issues with the mower floating. Wasn't expecting that so soon, but it's about that time of year when it takes off and you have those kind of things happen. So I'll give an update on this so you can see how quickly it fills in, but I want to let you know you can quickly make a difference with your grass when this kind of stuff happens. It may feel like it's the end of the world, but because you've spent so much time working on it, but you can quickly recover from these type of things with Bermuda grass. So here's the end result after it's all been watered in. So we'll give it a few days. We'll come back and check on it. Probably do a few shorts on this. Make sure that you subscribe and follow along for more. Thanks. Bye.